I was driving back from town with a box of supplies for camp when I pulled into the 24-hour market. The place looked tired, posters taped over the windows, a flickering sign, and that humming fluorescent light. Two tall men came in right after me, dressed plain and moving like they belonged nowhere and everywhere. One of them kept staring. That kind of look settles in your gut. I told myself to stay calm and keep my head down, but the unease started like a tiny pebble rolling in my shoe. Inside the store, the men kept drifting into my line of sight. Every time I turned a little to scan the shelves, they shuffled like a shadow to the same place behind me. They acted like they were looking at candy or toys, but the way they repeated the same small moves felt deliberate. My palms got slick. A teenage clerk behind the counter noticed my stiff smile and kept glancing over. When the men kept inching closer, the kid put down his phone and met my eye. He said quietly, "You want to come use the self-checkout?" His voice was casual, but it felt like a rope thrown to someone drowning. I got out to my car clutching keys like a talisman, and for a while I thought I'd shaken them off. Hours later, someone banged on the cabin door at camp, 3 hard knocks, and a tiny, hysterical voice asking for help. My friend grabbed a flashlight and a bat. When we opened the door, there was a kid on the step, barefoot and sobbing, saying there had been a crash and she needed us to call her mom. Her story didn't add up. She avoided answering simple questions and kept asking to hold my hand to feel safe. The fear that had been a pebble all night now felt like a rock in my chest. The deputies came and took statements, but there weren't any neat answers. The girl was escorted away and the deputies drove the road toward the place she named, but they found nothing and no crash report matched. The next morning, I found a cheap plastic toy on my porch, the same kind of toy from the market display, and it had a tiny carved mark I hadn't noticed before. I packed the supply box in a different car and started taking a longer route into town. The lesson was blunt. When something in your gut won't quiet down, you listen. You learn who looks out for you, and you never pretend the small warnings don't matter.